discoveries.
So many lazy summer days beating Azad at goalie. I just wish the last time we played was a better memory.
Here, Aruna uses her crush ability to destroy a wall. Then climbs on vines to reach the upper levels of the temple she's passing through.
The animals are busy today.
There, she finds an anomaly, an Umbric artifact granting her noise points. Ascendants are everywhere. Aruna tries the stealthy approach, but triggers the Questar detector. Several opponents are alerted, but she has the tools to come out victorious. She distances herself from her assailants to assess the situation. An explosive hazard is near. The enemies are clustered. Aruna uses her stepping ability to break up and heavily damage the group. She also cleverly positions the second enemy to create an offensive opportunity as soon as she gets back to her body. On top of her physical attacks, Aruna also has access to Umbric strikes, targeting the enemy's face gauge. Once full, they are staggered, opening them up for a powerful burst attack. Here, Aruna triggers a shroud to resume the fight with an advantage, but an Ascendant has already spotted her. Defeating him grants her enough tokens to step again. Aruna cleverly positions her puppets to take advantage of the environmental hazard and of the successive steps' power boosts. As soon as the encounter starts, Aruna pushes an enemy into a fire hazard to neutralize surrounding threats. Umbric abilities, like the pool, require arm energy, a resource that fills back up through melee combat. Stepping tokens, on their part, are granted by defeating enemies. Ascendants will sometimes try to keep their distance. Good thing she can reel them in with a pool. The Bruiser is a dangerous opponent. Aruna must juggle between all her abilities to take him out, while Luther takes care of lesser threats. With the range Ascendant taken care of, she can focus her offensive on the Bruiser. Aruna blocks his punches, lands a few hits, and evades his grappling attempt, opening him up for a counterattack. Now, let's take a look at another combat encounter, tackled with a completely different approach. After a quick peek through the fall, Aruna uses her Ripple ability to gather nearby Ascendants around an environmental hazard. She triggers the explosive from a distance, then uses her shroud to safely move out into the open. Unsuspecting opponents can be taken down from behind as Aruna rips their shade from their corporal shells. By taking this route, Aruna also avoids a Questar detector, which is a piece of Ascendant technology that detects Umbric energy wielders like Aruna. From here, she can safely make her way to an isolated enemy. She could go in and take her out, but instead opts for her stepping powers. Each successive step in the sequence upgrades the controlled Ascendant's attack. With 2 available tokens, Haruna lines up two enemies and defeats them simultaneously with an empowered arm blast while setting up a final takedown on the remaining threat.
All clear.
Let's start with the game's prologue. Haruna and her mentor Reka are chasing Vincent and the Ascendants deep into the Mauritanian desert. They stumble upon one of their encampments, which blocks their progress. Haruna can use her picking ability to evaluate the threat and plan her next move. Here, she chooses to sneak up on a single enemy to thin the herd before heading into battle.
Found a body over here.
Wait, Annie, I'm on my way.
Haruna has access to various melee attacks, as well as unbreak abilities, like the push to efficiently dispose of her opponents. Haruna's most compelling power is stepping, through which she can briefly jump in her assailants' bodies. Let's move forward in the game to see more of Haruna's abilities. As Haruna faces increasingly powerful enemies, she must get creative to survive. Here, a bruiser and several other ascendants stand in her hero's path.
This is Unknown 9 Awakening, a brand new action-adventure game and the first chapter of a larger adventure that unfolds within the Unknown 9 narrative universe. You play as Haruna, a young woman with impressive supernatural abilities, brought to life on screen by renowned actress Anya Chalotra. A big part of Haruna's uniqueness comes from her attunement to the Fold, a mysterious realm that overlaps our own. Under her mentor Reka's guidance, Haruna learns to control her connection to the Fold, which grants her incredible powers and propels her into a world of hidden secrets and long-lost knowledge. Haruna eventually becomes the target of the Ascendants, a splinter faction of the Leap Year Society, looking to alter the course of history by tapping into the Fold's power. She and her allies realize that they are the only ones who can stop them from meddling with forces that should better be left untouched. Encounters with Ascendants can be approached in many different ways, thanks to Haruna's combat and stealth abilities. She can engage in physical combat, depleting her enemy's HP bar, or use her Umbric talents to fill up their phase gauge. Once full, targets enter a phased state, making them susceptible to brutal burst attacks. Haruna can also approach encounters by taking advantage of her Fold-powered skills to scout out her enemies, isolate them, and take them down silently. Her Shroud ability is especially useful, allowing her to vanish from her opponent's sight, even while engaged in combat. One of the most impressive skills in Haruna's arsenal is her stepping ability. By using the Fold to project herself into her target's body, she takes control of them for a brief moment, during which she can set up a devastating chain of events. Performing takedowns and defeating enemies during open combat awards you with stepping tokens. The more tokens you earn, the more steps you can take in a single instance, and the more powerful the attacks on your victims become. Each Ascendant archetype that Haruna steps into offers her different offensive opportunities. Experiment with different combinations of enemies to grasp the full extent of Haruna's power. Unlike her stepping power, Haruna's Umbric abilities are fueled by Umbric energy, known as Om. You can replenish these energy reserves by engaging in physical combat. It's also possible to upgrade Haruna's skill set and supercharge her abilities. Look out for anomalies peppered throughout each chapter, and use them to customize Haruna's powers to fit your playstyle. Unknown 9 Awakening is but one of the many entry points into Unknown 9's narrative universe, in which the destinies of dozens of characters are weaved together through space and time, with the Fold standing as a continuous common thread between them. These adventures revolve around different esoteric mysteries and supernatural occurrences witnessed around the globe. All stories stand independent from one another and are spread across several mediums, including novels, podcasts, comic books, and web series, slowly unraveling the secrets at the heart of the Unknown 9 universe. Like Haruna, your time has now come to step into the unknown.